Kyle Busch has joined us here. Kyle is our race runner-up of today's 17th annual Sylvania 300 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Kyle drove the number 18 M&M's Peanut Butter Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing for the second straight week. Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch 1-2 in the chase race. Kyle, just talk about your race out there this afternoon.
Our race was pretty good. You know, certainly we were never as fast this weekend as the 20 was. They just had a special car. Sometimes you unload with them and they're just phenomenal. So, you know, the 20 had that here this weekend. We tried everything to keep up with them and to get pace with them, but it was tough to do. You know, I can't say enough about the race we ran today. The guys did a great job working on it for me and getting me better each and every run. I felt like we were making gains, and you know, track position certainly important too. A little tough to pass, but that's been the name of the game here at Loudon for years. So all in all, though, those last couple of restarts, just making some spots, trying to keep spots there on the last one when I spun my tires too much. But just frustrating sometimes when you feel like you're getting beat on restarts too much. But other than that, second.
Greg Biffle is now with us. Greg finished third in today's 17th annual Sylvania 300. And he drove the number 16 3M Ford for Roush Fenway Racing. Greg, certainly a good performance for you out there today. You're now cracked the top 5 in points. You're 5th. Talk about your race out there this afternoon.
Well, it was it was up and down day for us. We started out in the top 10 and then, you know, fell back a little bit on some restarts. I got too tight on that long run and, kind of got the bad luck of the draw on a restart or two. Then there at the end, we just kept gaining positions. I gained like 4 or 5 spots on a couple restarts in a row and got up to top 6. And then that final restart, the outside lane really got going good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And then, we probably reeled in the 18 and the 20 by half a straightaway, maybe a little bit more there at the end. And the 18 was definitely catching the 20. He was, a tenth or two faster than the 20. The 20 looked like he was used his tires up. And it was about to start to get exciting because, Kyle was going to catch him. It looked like I was going to get up to him about the same time. But, it was a good run overall. It was, I'm excited about finishing third. The car was competitive, and we happy about the whole weekend.
Questions now. Let's start up in the press box. I'm told we have a question. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports for Kyle. You talked about trying to beat a faster car when the faster car is your teammate. It also looks like your best competition for winning the championship will also come under your same roof. How do you try to get the best out of what you can trying to defeat Matt down the stretch?
I don't think you do anything differently than you've done all year long. I think the organization's going to give the equipment to the both of us. I don't think any one of us is going to get better stuff. So it's just going to come down to, better communication between myself and the crew chief and that way, because, those are certainly the ways that you win these things. That's how you build speed, is getting your car better all through the weekend. But if you can unload and just hit it and be on it, and get going, then that's a better way to win each weekend. And I think the 20 lucked into one last weekend. I just didn't get a good enough restart, and he got a better one, got a push, got by us. And then here this weekend, he got a good restart there. I spun my tires a little bit, so I didn't get a chance to race him at all. And then I had to fend off everybody else and get stretched out, and then try to run him down. But it doesn't matter if it's your teammate or anybody else. You still got to work hard and persevere. It's 8 more weeks.
I believe we're clear in the press box. Is that correct? I believe so. Let's come back downstairs for questions for Kyle or Greg. Any questions? Go ahead right here.
Nate Ryan, USA Today Sports. For both Greg and Kyle, can you both maybe address Matt's season? I think everybody knew how good he was, but and now he's got 7 victories. He never had more than 5 in a season before. I mean, I guess maybe, Kyle, if you could talk about how he's acclimated so well to Joe Gibbs Racing, and Greg, if you can talk about being his teammate for so long and now seeing him move to another team and do so well.
Well, it reminds me of another similar situation in 2008. So, Matt's just executing the end of the deal, which is what you're supposed to do. I won 8 of the first 26, and then fell flat on my face. So, you know, Matt's doing a really good job, obviously. He's one of the best. That's why we went to talk to him, to hire him, and that's why he's here, you know. So he's put it all together. And, you know, I think JGR's got really good stuff, and Matt's been able to run really good in it. And I think Jason Ratcliffe's really, really smart, and they're doing a good job together.
I'm just happy for Matt that he's able to, you know, do what he's doing, and, you know, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Other questions downstairs? I think the gentleman right there had one. Go ahead, sir.
Pat DeCola, NASCAR.com. For Kyle, kind of an unprecedented start for JGR here to start the chase. Just talk about the advantage that gives you guys going forward, you know, for the next 8 races.
It's early. I mean, it's week 2, so certainly it's nice to get a strong start. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you'd rather finish first both weeks than 43rd, and you know, get yourself up there and get a strong foundation built to where you can, you know, continue on down the road and maybe not have so much pressure on yourself to have to perform to catch up. But you know, that's good that we're both up there like that we're able to do that, and that we're pushing each other hard, and that you know, we're pushing the competition as well too.
Do you have a question? Go ahead.
Matt Warnes, WWLP.com. Kyle and Greg, can you just explain how your cars were after the sun went down and we had some cloud cover?
Yeah, the cloud cover for me just seemed to add a little bit of grip. Seemed like you can feel the track a little bit more, and definitely got dark. My tinted shield was almost too much, but you know, you work on continuing throughout the day, and I think the racetrack was just faster, and it seemed like your tires would last a little bit longer and whatnot. But as far as the general race, I don't think much changed.
Let's go right here to this gentleman.
Hi, Ray Duckler from the Concord Monitor. Do you guys have any comment on someone like Kenseth winning, steady, non-controversial type personality, at least from what I see, as compared to someone like maybe Boyer or Truex Jr. if they had won after what happened in Richmond? Does that smooth things out a little bit, or something maybe NASCAR enjoyed to help put that stuff behind you? What happened in
I don't know,
Richmond?
Kerry, are you guys picking who wins every weekend?
Not at all.
I don't think it matters. I think it's just whoever's the fastest car wins, and the last 2 weeks it's been the fastest car that wins, so I think it's good.
But no, I'm not saying NASCAR is
I know what you're
picking
saying.
somebody.
Move on.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go upstairs. Press box has a question. Go ahead.
It's for Greg. Can you talk a little bit about that move that you made on lap 258 where you dove down and secured the 3rd position?
Yeah, I probably don't remember that right now, but I was doing all I could do to try and gain spots, and I was 3 wide on the bottom, and you know, got that to work a couple times, and then the last bit of that, the outside, really worked well for me. It's so hard to get a run off the bottom. The 48 was underneath me, and he just couldn't get the throttle down on the bottom, and 48 was probably faster than me that first, you know, 15 laps. He was all over my rear bumper, but couldn't really do anything. And then I was able to, after his tires leveled off, and I was able to drive away from him. But, you know, I came from, I don't know, 15th or something like that to 3rd. So car got really good, you know, as somebody mentioned, when the sun went down and it cooled off. My car picked up a lot of speed, and it seemed like not everybody else around me didn't pick up as much speed as our car did. So worked out.
We'll stay in the press box. Go ahead.
Greg, Michael Vega, Boston Globe. I just want to ask you, kind of following up on a comment that Kyle made, saying it's just week 2, still too early. But given what you've seen from their camp, the strength that they've shown in the first 2 weeks, and the body of evidence that, you know, Matt Kenseth has put together, what kind of threat do they pose now for the championship amongst everybody else in the garage area?
Well, I mean, I think that we all knew they were going to be tough when the chase came, certainly. And let's face it, they've had good cars forever, you know. Kyle mentioning he won 8 races, and you know, Denny Hamlin making the chase and making a run at the title, and everybody thought he was the guy that was going to beat everyone, and they've won a tremendous amount of races. So they're, you know, they do have fast cars. That's no doubt. So, And I won the first 2 chase races before also, you know, and then didn't win the championship. So anything can happen. But they have good momentum, and they've got good, fast cars.
Let's stay upstairs. I think we have another one. Go ahead.
No more questions up here at this time.
Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead, sir.
So Greg, today felt a little reminiscent of Michigan, where you kind of held off Johnson, you know, towards the end of the race. Do you feel that you have his number when it comes to just the two of you?
No, I don't think so. I think we raced really good together. I'm sure he's not happy right now, not being able to get by me and having, you know, what appeared to be a little faster car for that maybe 15 laps, then he faded, you know. And, you know, some guys' cars run good at the beginning of the run, and some guys, you know, run a little stronger at the end. And my car seemed to do better at the end of the run. But we raced well together. We raced each other pretty hard and clean, and I enjoy that.
Kyle and Greg, congratulations on
Thanks.
a solid start. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.